Hello guys, and welcome once again to another video on the channel. We are back with the 2017 mod career mode on the channel, and it is great to be bringing this back to you guys, as it has been quite some time since the last one, which was in Bahrain, where we DNF'd with Max Verstappen. Of course, we've got wrecked out on the main straight by Valtteri Bottas, so hopefully things have changed since then as we head to the 4th race of the season in Russia. So I'm going to quickly go through this. I had to do a little bit of practice to make sure everything was working okay with the performance mod and other stuff as well, but everything is working now, all working 100%, and we are ready to roll with this first actual good race in a while, hopefully Russia as well. And for the first time as well, we are using, which I should have used in the last video, which was the Hulkenberg one, the exact tyre wear as well for this track as well, which will be quite interesting as well, based off Pirelli's tyre allocation, which have the ultra softs, the super softs, and the soft tyre around here. So let's get into it then. We're going to focus on that right now, and as you can see, we've got all the correct tyre allocations for this race weekend as well, which is kind of cool as well. So without further ado, we're going to crack on with this one then, as we're going to jump straight in, do my intro, and we'll begin this episode off. So I'm just going to quickly just check up on the comments. There we go. Hello everybody, and welcome to round 4 of the F1 2017 mod career mode being streamed on YouTube here today, as we're in Russia, Sochi to be precise, for the 4th round of the championship. And last time out, guys, in Bahrain, which was a few weeks ago, it really didn't go well for us. We crashed out, so it was a bit of a shame, but we are all set and ready to go. As Jodian Palmer, there he is, just talking to his dude or whatever he is. He's just preparing himself, he's just waving to the camera there, being nice and all that. But we are here in qualifying for the Russian Grand Prix, and it should be great this race. Hopefully, fingers crossed, everything goes well. And want to clarify a few things. The flags can't be changed, but there is a way of doing it, which is being worked at the minute. You may have noticed as well, we've got some pictures on there now of drivers like Max Verstappen, which we'll see in a minute when we go onto the grid. It'll be quite exciting for you guys to see that, of course. So no idea what we're going to expect in this one. It's dry conditions for the race, which is completely fine for us, and should be quite fun to do this race. So anyway, we've got a full-on set of ultras for qualifying. We're going to absolutely, hopefully, smash it and do very well. But we're going to run a setup that we ran ages ago in my career mode race. So we're going to just do that now, actually. So we're going to run 6.5 wings, and I think everything else will be stayed the same. I think for this session, apart from fuel, of course. So we'll run 6 kilos, and we'll head out onto the track. If you haven't already, guys, make sure to slap a like on this video and subscribe as well. If you haven't already, you'll get a notification popping up on your screen of you guys subscribing, and I can give you guys a shout out as well. Because I have 2 monitors now, I can look on the left hand side and see who's subscribed as well, so you guys don't have to wait about 30 seconds to get it up and then go, oh, you've subscribed to my channel or whatnot. So anyway, let's head out onto the track then for our first run in qualifying. It's a 18-minute qualifying session, and then we're going to do the 50% race afterwards as well, which should be quite exciting then, of course. What a setup. Yep. It was a long time ago, that was the Abu Dhabi set, which worked quite well for us, to be fair. But we'll head out onto the track then for our run with Max Verstappen again. It has been a while since I've driven a Red Bull, so in this mod performance, so it should be interesting to see how that works. Qualifying. So yeah, make sure as well to subscribe, and also as well, a new addition to the mods that I've been brought in thanks to Carlito. He's provided me with a new language file, which now has the main 4 drivers on the top left hand corner, so no more of the issue with Pascal Wehrlein anymore. So shout out to Carlito. I don't know if he's in the chat or not, but I'm pretty sure he is. So it should be quite interesting how this will pan out for us, but it's going to be nice and easy to start off with. On our run, our first run with Max Verstappen, of course. and make me drive a McLaren Honda. You must be joking. Not recently, Nigel, because we're going to have the updates. Carlito's informing that he's going to update the performance and team order based off Bahrain. So I could do McLaren, but it may be a bit boring for you lot because I may be slow in that McLaren Honda. But anyway, let's crack on then. First lap then. In some testing, 1:36 is the time we're going to be looking at, but we'll have to wait and see. And if you're wondering why I'm streaming now, is because I don't have any time, but Bottas into the 1:35s. There's a very good time there from Valtteri in the Mercedes. It'll be hard to beat that time. We've hit 1:30s, low 36s in practice. For this particular race, and Lewis Hamilton already fastest of all as well, so yeah, it's going to go horribly wrong this, but it could go right. We'll have to wait and see. Can't skip or anything like that during qualifying because it messes up qualifying, so we just have to just ride this out. Down the back straight then. What's our time going to be right now? And we're down 4 tenths of a second to Hamilton, which is not too bad considering we are in a Red Bull, and power's the problem with this car with the Renault engine. Just took a little bit of curb, not what I wanted to do. Corner to go into the last one, running a little bit too deep, but we come across the line, puts us P4, only 7.5 tenths off the fastest time by Lewis Hamilton, as Seb is in P3, and then obviously Bottas will be lining up in P2 on the grid. So at the minute it's a Mercedes lockout, and then we've got Esteban Ocon in P5 actually, so not bad for Ocon in the Force India. So we'll ride back to the pits. Still time to be found though, to be fair. So we'll see what we can do here. I think the times are going to be in the 1:35s, I think, for the Mercedes and Ferrari. We'll try and get into the 35s, but it will be hard. As we'll ride back. Make sure as well, if you haven't already guys, to shed a like on this video. I haven't really given a target today, but not really thinking of a target today, if I'm honest with you. But make sure to subscribe as well. I do other stuff apart from this. My 2017 Grand Prix 100% races and the Nations Cup as well, which will be actually out tomorrow instead of Wednesday and Thursday, but it's going to be out on Tuesday and Wednesday this week due to ARR commitments as well. So we're just going to ride back to the pits. See how we get on as we head back in. Also as well, if you didn't know, in the description is a link to the current standings if you guys have not seen. Bottas leads the championship, if anyone is interested. But yeah. Alright, what do I think about yesterday's race from Paolo? It was alright. If Hamilton didn't have his stupid decision of blocking Ricciardo, then we could have had a really good race. But apart from that, pit driver of the day unsafe release. Just why not? So we'll just give it a minute and then we'll go back out onto the track, of course. This will most definitely be a one-stop in real life, but Lewis Hamilton still pole by 3/100ths from Bottas. Then we've got Vettel in third, and then we've got my teammate Ricciardo in P4. Then there's us, and then it's Ocon, Kvyat, Sainz, Hulkenberg, then Alonso, Van Dorn. Even though they should be blowing up, if I'm honest with you. The two Manners, if you guys don't know, are disqualified. They don't take part in this because they don't exist. But where Raikkonen's not set a time yet, but I think he's on a flying lap at the minute, so why not? But at the minute, it's not too bad, I've got to say. Not too shabby for our first run. But I think we'll go out on that right now. Get a second run.
Okay, let's go.
See how we get on for our second run of the day then. It's not finished, Samuel, the pictures. They're not, the ones on the TV screen, they're not finished yet. Because I think they need fixing, so they're not, it's a work in progress, that mod, but the grid slot, the grid positions are completely finished, so, which you'll see in a minute. We'll head out again on our second run.
Okay, you're slower than Daniel. He's putting in some good times.
So the pressure's going to be on for us to really get ahead of our teammates. Massa's moved up to P6. The best of the rest really, minus Raikkonen wherever he is. He hasn't set a time yet. Just taking it nice and easy on this outer lap, just to get these ultra softs up to temperature.
Daniel sat in P4.
Yes, Jeff, I know. Daniel's ahead of us, don't need telling.
You've been moved down to P6.
And I believe that's Raikkonen now in the top 6. So now it's basically the whole top 3 teams then are in the top 6, which is obviously realistic, of course. But anyway, let's bounce. Let's see what we can do. See if we can get anywhere up the field. A little bit of oversteer just before we start a lap. Short shift just to manage it, but we're up already, so it's a better start than us, than the last lap. Just pour the DRS down the main straight. Hopefully,
2 laps of fuel left.
oh, probably very late for turn 1 there. That's cost us a little bit of time, unfortunately. Braking a little bit later than normal. Better line through there, but we're still a temp down. As we've got Stoffel Van Dorn next for us, ahead of us, so hopefully he doesn't hold us up. Getting dirty air though, Van Dorn's not helping me at the minute. Oh my lord, that was close. A little bit wide out the last corner. Onto the back straight here. Only a 10th up though, 10th and a bit. Just going to this very tricky final sector. Got to get this spot on traction. A little bit better this time around, up by 0.6 of a second, make it 7 tenths. Keep it in within the track limits as we come into the final corner. Is this going to be enough to get us somewhere close? And it is indeed 35.6.
Fantastic.
What a good lap that was. We smashed the final sector. And we are on pole, lads, with a 35.6. So just ahead of Lewis Hamilton. There. Very close. Very close indeed. So we'll head back to the pits. It's a good lap there from us. Nice apex. Blizz. right back, and who's this behind us? With 5 minutes to go, Van Dorm, so we'll have to let him through because he's on a flying lap, I think. Just like someone just put in the chat, nice lap in big fat capital letters. Don't know if that's actually being serious and praising me for a lap that's in the 135s. Not really. I'm pushing it really. I'm pushing the boat really. But this is all done by estimations really, because we don't know what the pace is going to be like at Russia. Carlito's had just a rough estimate of what the pace is going to be like, and if I'm honest, we're only seeing like a 3 second, 2.5, 3 second difference really on most tracks. So I think we'll be somewhere around the 35s. I think is going to be the pole time in real life. I think like Russia when it comes around there in a few weeks' time. Even before Kimi gets pole, you never know. Kimi could smash it. You never know, lads, you never know. But not a bad start, to be fair. For us, it's all about the race, though. Could have easily done half a second. Not really. Russia's a weak track for me, even in normal 2016 performance, so I doubt I'll get anywhere close to that 34 territory. One out until AR splits are confirmed. Oh, there you go. George, good to see you, mate. The question is, though, do we go out? Is the question. I'll look at the times quickly.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1 minute 35.6.
Oh, we're only 5 100ths ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Wow, that's close. This is a very close qualifying, I've got to say. Raikkonen is in P5 now. Massa's the best of the rest. The flags will be wrong, if anyone is wondering that in the chat. You can't really change the flags yet, but there is someone working on it, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that will be...
We'll make the changes you requested.
Toilet paper, it's one stop. It's a one-stopper around here. So we'll have to wait and see. We've got some more people going out, trying to go for a cheeky last-minute run.
All complete. Mechanics, please stand clear.
We'll head out as well, in case of Hamilton or Bottas or the two Ferraris or even my teammate trying to beat my best time. So there goes the pink Force India. And I think the McLaren's done for the day. So we're just going to just about get a lap in here. Too bad for us. And so we've got some yellow flags out. I'm not sure who this is for, but at the minute we're on course for a pole position, lads. And I think it will be the second pole of the season. I think we've got one in China, I believe. And it's Marcus Ericsson ahead of us in the Sauber. Up a little bit here, Marcus. Let's get out of the way, thank you very much. And we've got 50 odd seconds to get round here and try and do another lap. But it all depends really on where Lewis is. We could always bail
Daniel sat in P6
on our lap.
Place.
Wait and see. Right, yeah, yellow flags for Lance Stroll. Well, that would be quite funny if it was actually Lance Stroll. Now we've got 20 seconds. I think I have a bit of time here, so I can always back off a little bit here. Try and build a gap to the car ahead, who I have no idea who it is. So we've got 7 seconds to go, so we've got to go now. We we will be the last man across the line, so that's the more important factor. The checkered flag has finally come out. And are we going to snatch pole position here is the question. We're about to find out. Oh, no. Botched that up a little bit. Turn 1. Well, technically turn 2, but turn 1. Sure, call whatever you want to call that corner. We're down a bit. 2 temps down. Not a good start to the lap. If it goes up by about 4 temps, 5 temps, then we're just going to back out of it. And we've already caught to the back of Grosjean in the Haas, so this is definitely not what I want right now. Is the French Piquet. Let's try and get some slipstream on the Haas. Try and help us claw some time back. Nope, he's fighting with me, Grosjean, and we're just going to back out of it completely. I wasn't expecting the Haas to be that good in a straight line, so we're just going to back out of it. And I think we're going to snatch pole here, because remember, we are the last driver, and I think everyone's completed the lap. So we will be on pole position, lads, for this Russian Grand Prix for round 4 of career mode, and we'll head back in. No need to do it to finish the lap off, and we are done. So, just cruise at the minute, but we have got pole. Lewis Hamilton will be second, and Bottas will be P3. And we can just retire from the session now, because there's no point doing that. And there is the official confirmation then. We are on pole position for this Russian Grand Prix. Hope it's real life though, because I would like a Red Bull on pole. But Hamilton lines up in second, only half a tenth off, with Bottas a tenth off in P3. Then it's Vettel, Raikkonen, Ricciardo, then it's the 2 Williams, and then it's Esteban Ocon, then Kvyat, Sainz, Perez, and then Sainz completing the top 12. And the rest of the field is on your screen, guys, for you guys to check out who your favourite driver is and see how they're going, as the Haas are right down the order there. So I don't know if they've been caught in a little bit of a lag. Well, not lag, well, I'm saying lag. Incidents with the manners probably, but we'll have to wait and see. But if you haven't already, guys, make sure to slap a like on this video, share the stream out as well, and subscribe if you haven't already for more F1 content on the channel. We've got, including this, the Nations Cup, which will be out tomorrow, and Wednesday as well, which I'm very excited about as well. But anyway, let's go to the track then for the race for the Russian Grand Prix, and it should be quite fun. So here we go then, it is race time here for round 4 of the 2017 mod career mode, driving as the legend Max Verstappen, in representing all those Dutch people here in my community. So it's light cloud conditions, 20 degrees as we look over Kvyat corner, turn 3. And the Russian track, not particularly one of my favourite tracks to race on in previous series that I've done on the channel, including career mode especially. But we are expecting at least a definite one-stop round here. And the tyre allocations, we have the ultra soft, the super soft, and the soft tyre for us to use during the race. And we are going to be focusing on doing that ultra soft, super soft stint during this Grand Prix, of course. So let me know, guys, in the comments what you think about Russia as a track. Do you like it? Do you not like it? I would like to hear your thoughts on that. So we're going to look through the grid then for the start of this Russian Grand Prix. And of course, Max Verstappen got pole if you watched the qualifying session earlier on. Lewis Hamilton half a tenth behind. Then it's Bottas and Sebastian Vettel in P4. Then it's his teammate Raikkonen P5 and my teammate Ricciardo P6. Then it's the 2 Williams of Massa and Stroll. Then Ocon, Kvyat in 10th. Sergio Perez and Carlos Sainz are next. Then it's the 2 Renaults, or the banana cars. Then it's the 2 McLarens. And then it's the 2 Saubers. And then it's the 2 Haas's that complete the field, as the manners are in the game, but they will get removed after the first lap. So I want to just clear that up there, guys, for you in the chat. And we'll head to the grid then for this Russian Grand Prix as well. So it is a one-stop. This bit here is a little bit messed up, but it will be a set of the Ultras and the Super Softs, which can be identified right there, as the red text for Ultra Soft is regarding that on the screen, and the yellow Super Soft is for that. So it's a little bit confusing, but this can't be changed, I believe, so it cannot be changed. So anyway, one thing we are going to do is we're going to stock up a lot of fuel in this, because the last time we tried to do this with Hulkenberg around Bahrain in the 100% race, we struggled for fuel. So I thought I'd just crank up the fuel a little bit, but we now are going to go underway with the formation lap, and I nearly stalled the car, which is not a definitely good start to my...
pull away. You'll have a bit more grip than that on the start, but we need to warm the tyres properly now. Make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well.
So not ideal, that start there from us, if I'm honest with you, but we are underway with the formation lap. Hopefully I don't do that in the actual start of this race, so not too bad, but we have to wait and see if our car is good in the race compared to qualifying. As we're just trying to get Lewis Hamilton right now, so that's what we want. So let me know, guys, who you think will win this race. Would it be us? Would it be Hamilton, Bottas, the two Ferraris, or even Ricciardo? Or someone out of the blue? It'd be great to hear what you guys think in the comments regarding this race. And who you're rooting for in the real life championship as well. You're rooting for Lewis Hamilton, you're rooting for Vettel, maybe even Valtteri Bottas possibly. It would be interesting to see what you guys put in the comments of this video as well. This won't be a weekly thing, it all depends really on Carlito getting the mod out, the tracks out for every race. So really we have to see how that works out. As we'll come into the final sector, then we're going to just go back off the field a little bit. There are the two Manners going very slowly there on the mini-map. So I may have to skip the formation up here, I think, unfortunately. Which is a real shame, but it is what it is because of the Manners being so slow right now. Because of this performance mod. And we've now taken away from that. We will now head to the grid, lots of you saying Kimi, Vettel, Stroll. Interesting, I have to say. As we'll head our way onto the grid then, for the start then, hopefully, of this Russian Grand Prix. Hopefully the Manners get DQ'd here and join us back on the grid, which I think they are, so that's always a very encouraging sign for us. Someone's going for Van Dorn. Nice variation of drivers being made by you guys in the chat. And hopefully, fingers crossed, that is everyone. It is indeed, as the Manners did get this DQ'd from the formation lap. But here we go then. 27 laps of the Russian Grand Prix. Round 4 of our mod career mode. And the lights are out. And away we go. And we actually got a good start off the line as well. Bottas an even better start. And has got ahead of Lewis Hamilton already, and we're about to be swamped into turn 1 here by the well, turn 2 if you think about it, by the Mercedes of Bottas, and we have to give space to Bottas, who takes the lead of the Grand Prix. Nothing we could do there, if I'm honest with you. As we go through Kvyat corner turn 3, back into that slipstream of Valtteri, but we're just going to have to hold station for the time being. So not the good start, but well, we did get a good start, but it's just that long straight is the problem we've got on this track with the power unit of Renault. So we have to think about that and just hope and pray in the corners we can get past Valtteri or hold on to him, so when we get DRS we can make the moves done. So we have to wait and see. Lewis Hamilton though drops to 3rd then in this race. So we've got to keep an eye on our fuel at the minute. Tyre wear is not going to be an issue around here. As you guys may know from 2014, it has always been a one-stop round here. So I don't really expect anyone to go onto the slower tyre, which is the softs around here. Drivers will go on to the super soft, the ultra soft, and then the super softs, or vice versa. Hopefully the Manners get DQ'd here because we're getting right close to them right now. And there we go. There's one. Why isn't the other one gone yet? DQ'd. That'll be fantastic. As Bottas will lead this race then. And there we go. The other one's been disqualified as we just crossed the line. So it's encouraging. There is the abandoned manor. So we can get a lovely bit of slipstream now on Bottas, but to no avail, unfortunately. Me and Valtteri haven't really pulling away from Lewis Hamilton, actually, I've just noticed on the map. So Hamilton not having the best of starts then to this race, as he's got, I think, Sebastian Vettel for company. And Ricciardo fighting with Kimi Raikkonen, it seems, but the rest of the pack is very close actually behind, I've got to say. A little bit of oversteer from us. A little bit of curb. But Bottas looks pretty strong in this middle sector, but we have been pretty strong in the last sector. Haven't we? So we'll have to wait and see if we can close that gap down. So we've got no real... Don't really think we're going to be purple in the middle sector, if I'm honest, because everyone goes purple in the middle sector on the second lap. Right up close to Bottas there. To short shift it with the dirty air we've got. Come into the final two corners then. Bottas runs a bit wide. We have a little bit of a moment, but we're completely fine. Bottas again running wide. But we get the fastest lap of the race then. 38.4. And we've got DRS as well on Bottas. So this should be a pass for the lead. Down the inside we go. Give Bottas some space, still going side by side. We get it done and we take the lead of the race back from Bottas on lap 3 of this Grand Prix. But now the challenge begins now of holding up, well, not holding up, trying to pull away from Bottas or trying to defend from him is the big question. Of oversteer there. Bottas is under pressure now from Hamilton. Hamilton's caught up along with the Ferrari of Sebastian Vettel, so not what we needed, me and Bottas, if I'm honest with you. Would have liked to have pulled away, of course, but these guys will come back at us with DRS, unfortunately. Or Bottas may just be outside it, I'm not 100% sure. 6 tenths behind, so we probably would have. Take it nice and easy out of this corner, save a little bit of traction there. Let's come into the final corner then, start lap number 4 of this Grand Prix. Very consistent 38.5. So it's not too bad right now. But this end of turn 3 really is when the AI are quite quick around here. Oh, we turned a little bit too early there. Not what I wanted to do. Just brings them back into contention. Just keeping an eye on Valtteri Bottas behind. As, he's actually bringing quite a few people actually to the party. I think there's 7 cars for the lead right now, well, 6 and me as well, so 7 drivers in with a chance of this race win today. Then there's a bit of a gap behind, unfortunately. It could be actually, is it? Right, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yep. It's all 3 of the big teams, really. Red Bull, Ferrari and Mercedes in this top 6 that have pulled away from the field. Which I'm honest is realistic, if I'm honest with you. So, oh no, we've lost the back end. We've bottled it, lads. We've bottled it, and I can't adjust. There we go. We've bottled it there. Just went so early on power, and that's just happened as we've got Stroll ahead of us now. Not what I wanted right there. not what I wanted. We bottled it. Get past Stroll, thankfully. Got to get a move on now.
The gap to the car ahead is 2.
But we've bottled it, lads, so we know what to do. Let's get some bottles in the chat. But we're not far off the leaders, which isn't too bad, so let's crack on with this. I think Massa's just taken over his teammates. Maybe not. Ricciardo's struggling, actually. I don't know what he's doing. Ricciardo, he's down in P5. But we're catching him very quickly here, Danny Rick. He's really struggling, Ricciardo. I think he's got a problem or something, because he's going very slowly right now. Oh, and just rubbing tyres there, me and Danny Rick. We get the move done on him, and we've gone purple in the first sector. So we are on the charge now. Got to keep going right now. We know Max is quick. As we saw in Bahrain, unfortunately, until he had his brake failure, that he was very quick. The bottle of the day, Ryan. Yep, Ryan L83 is getting the bottle of the day. Massa's got ahead of Ricciardo, actually, I've just noticed. So Ricciardo is starting to go backwards, unfortunately. But I can see a Ferrari. Something's happened up ahead. I'm not too sure. Or something's happened behind. But yellow flags are out, so I don't know what's going on behind. I thought something happened up ahead as Hamilton sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix with a 38.3, and then we're going to come in with a 38 flat. So we are really going for it right now. We're purple though. Jeff's telling me to pit. Keep current. I'm going to keep on going with this.
Okay, copy that.
No point pitting this early. Unless the tyres are going very long, I'm not too sure. But that's why I put a load of fuel in. In case of an issue, we can just... because the burn rate in this mod is very quick, so you can't use rich too much in this race, in your races, unless you put the fuel in, which I did in this scenario here, so... a little bit wide there. But we've pulled away though from the pack behind of Lance Stroll and Massa and Ricciardo. So I don't know what happened to Ricciardo. Is scratching head moment really, if I'm honest with you lads. But we're catching up to Kimi Räikkönen, who's our next man on the radar. Will be interesting to see if anyone pits this early. I don't think anyone will, but as Bottas now, fastest man on the track, the race leader, and then we get a 37.5, so it's not too bad at this point. Still a long way to go though in this Grand Prix, 21 laps.
Rosberg's out in front.
Yes, it will say Rosberg, unfortunately, but that's just how it is. That's how the cookie crumbles with Jeff. Jeff still doesn't know Bottas is part of Mercedes. And that's something that we can't change, unfortunately, the audio files. Tyre wear, not too bad at the minute, 14%. And I think Carlito is going to be looking at the tyres, I think, in the next build of the performance mod, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that on race department. So we're a little bit wide again. This isn't a bad way to spend your... Yep, it's a nice way to spend your bank holiday, streaming, doing a mod career mode. Why not? Ah, went a bit too early there on throttle, nearly lost the back end. Going to the final corner. We're catching up to Raikkonen now, nearly in DRS range of the Finn.
You'll be on the softs.
So we get purple in the final sector, as indicated by the track map going purple. It's all about focus right now, so we get a good exit out of turn 2. Go round turn 3. Probably one of the most unique corners on this track is that sweeping left-hander of Kvyat corner. The gap's just over a second now to Kimi. Really giving it the full beans right now. Just run a little bit wide, clipping the inside curve that pushes us a little bit wide. I'm trying to read comments, guys, as we go along, but it is tricky.
Ahead is 1.2 seconds.
So Raikkonen pulled a little bit on us in the middle sector. Just getting
Gap to the car behind
a little bit of dirty air
8.3 seconds.
on Kimi. We're going to break into lap 10, coming on to 10 laps already, which has gone quite quick as Bottas gets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. As we make a little bit of a mistake. Still setting some good pace though, 37s. Stroll, I'm seeing Stroll comments, which is always nice. Even though he's doing a good job though in this race, he's P6 at the minute for Williams, who has been a bit unlucky. He was very unlucky in Bahrain, I have to say. But Raikkonen's run a little bit wide though, at that corner. They are catching him. Well too early for that corner, just pushed us wide. Just trying to follow the two Ferraris here, who have just lost a little bit of pace to the Mercedes. Now getting up and close now with one of the Ferraris. Will be a good test this, the dirty air. Again we go purple in that middle sector, and we're not far off our PB actually. Only a 10th off a minute. Not too bad. We do get DRS on Raikkonen. Just about. Just trying to hold on here. That's the slipstream of Raikkonen. Dirty air's not helping us though.
The car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap form.
Really, Jeff? That's nice to know.
Gap to car in front is 0.8 seconds.
So nearly up to half distance in this Grand Prix. Again, just making the mistake in this middle sector where Raikkonen pulls away from us. And we don't get DRS unfortunately because of that. Mistake in the middle sector.
Pit in.
Jeff's telling us to pit this lap, but I don't think we will, if I'm honest. See what they do. And speaking of the devil, one of the Mercedes is in, and Vettel's in the pits. Interesting call here, this by the guys in the pits because we've still got 20%. So we're going to continue on, lads. That's a very early call, I have to say.
Rosberg's the race leader.
So Bottas leads this Grand Prix then, still. It's a very interesting call. I think Lance Stroll's just come out ahead of both Vettel and Lewis Hamilton in the pit stop phases, because I think he came to the pits.
11.6 seconds.
That's a big loss there. So Lance Stroll could be on the podium, lads, or fighting for a podium position. Now that would be scenes right now. Issues right now. We're going to go up to Rich now. We're going to try and attack Raikkonen and try and get him before he hits. So we could get some cheeky DRS.
The car ahead is 1.5 seconds.
And does Bottas pit? He does, and alongside him is his fellow finishman, Kimi Raikkonen. So we will lead this race then as we head on to lap 12 of this Grand Prix. Tyres aren't too bad, to be fair. Flying through Kvyat corner, and at the minute we have Bottas in second place and we have Lewis Hamilton in P3, who I think just got past as Ricciardo enters the pits.
Daniel is in the pits.
So Danny's in, Danny Rick is in the pits. So all we can do now is push and see where we can come out from our situation right now. So we're on the ultra soft tyre, remember. Bit of oversteer there, really giving it the full beans.
The car behind has come in. They're now on the soft tyre. Softs on the car behind.
Well, super soft, Jeff, but as I mentioned, we can't change the audio files, unfortunately, for the engineer. But we do get a new fastest lap.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're only about a lap over target. Drop down to mix 2 soon.
Yes, Jeff, I don't need reminding. So we're approaching half distance then in this Grand Prix on the set of ultra softs, and they're not doing too bad. 30% at the minute. But we just got to keep attacking now and try and gain some ground before we make our pit stop. So we've got the gap 10 seconds at the minute to Valtteri Bottas. Obviously, the Mercedes had that big gap we had, so we've got to try and go as far as we can. Try and get it to just before the pit window, and hopefully come out ahead of both Ferraris and start attacking the Mercedes if we can. Gap to 11 seconds, so we are going in the right direction, as those super softs do need to get up to temperature. As we just saw someone subscribing to the channel, so welcome whoever that was. I did miss your name as we just went too early to the corner. And Airbus as well, thank you for subscribing to the channel, thank you very much. Good to see some Seb Vettel going on in the on the screen. But now we're halfway through the Grand Prix. We've just got to keep going. That's the main thing. We've got to keep pushing and try and get somewhere in this race. Try and get ahead. Main priority is the Ferraris at the minute. I think the Mercedes look too quick for us. But you never know. Yannick, thanks for subscribing. Thank you very much. Getting the subs flying in this afternoon. Great to see. All probably cheering for Max Verstappen here. What's the gap now? 10-12 seconds, I think, to Hamilton. So probably about 6 seconds behind once we make our pit stop. I think the Ultras are starting to lose a little bit of grip now as we head on to lap 14. Head back onto the lap then, 9.5 seconds. Yep, I think the Ultras are starting to lose a little bit of grip. Deno, thanks for subscribing. Thank you very much. So we'll box this lap, I think, get off these Ultras and jump onto some Super Softs. As Ocon is out of the race, our first retiree, legit retiree, unfortunately for any Force India fans.
Okay, the car behind is catching you by 5/10 a lap, 5/10.
So that's not what I wanted to hear. Half a second, we're losing now. I think now is the time to really focus now. Save a little bit of fuel now. We are not going to take the lead of the Grand Prix, unfortunately, after this pit stop, but the Mercedes is just too quick for us around here. Even though we did get the pole time, it's not about one lap though, it's about that consistency. As we got San, thank you for subscribing as well. I think that's probably how you pronounce it. If I get any names wrong with subscriptions, I do apologise. I'm terrible at pronouncing names, and I think a lot of you guys know that is the case. We've got a yellow flag out. I don't know what's happened here, and there's Ocon's car, just parked on the right-hand side, but we're going to box anyway into the pits.
Okay, the incident has been cleared. Let's get back
For a set of the Super Soft, so let's get that down to 50 miles an hour and let the boys get to work. That's a good stop there. 1.8 seconds as Bottas sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. As we will pop out, I believe, maybe in P5 again.
That was our last stop. No
There's
more
Raikkonen.
stops.
So this is going to be pretty close between us and Raikkonen out the pits. I think Raikkonen's just going to pip us there, just about. But we are closer to both Ferraris this time around, so it's not too bad. Really, that, and we'll save some fuel behind Raikkonen, of course, which is definitely the perfect strategy right now. For the time being, just stay behind him. So Lance Stroll's still in P6, so that's not too bad for that car. Right, I don't know where Ricciardo is in all of this, which is a real shame for any Ricciardo fans or Red Bull fans. We're down the pecking order, but it is what it is. But we have got quite, what, 5 laps, I think. 5 laps younger tyres than the cars around us right now. Right on the back of Raikkonen, and he's made a mistake. You're going to stay behind him for the time being as Bottas again gets the fastest lap, then his teammate gets the fastest lap.
a second away
Oh
from the
my
car
god,
ahead.
that was close. That would have been game over. That would have been game over for us. But we have got DRS, thankfully. So use the rich mix just to gain a little bit of time, and then run it back to lean.
Some information on Palmer. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
Nick's favourite driver, unfortunately, has got issues with his car. Jody and Palmer may have some engine problems. So it's not very encouraging signs for us because we are also running a Renault engine, or branded Tag Heuer engines. So we've got 11 laps to go then. If you want to check out the standings, guys, it is in the description. The first thing you see, obviously with this being live, we have to run it through a spreadsheet. So the spreadsheet is in the description if you want to find out what the current state of play is after 3 rounds. You get the DRS again, but we're not far away now. Oh, Raikkonen's one wide. Oh my lord, that was close. We saved it though. What a save that was from us. And Raikkonen's one run wide again. We'll try and make a pounce on him on this lap. Get a good exit though into the 130, matching our time actually, 137.4. Apparently it's according to the game, but we're going to get the DRS and we finally get past one of the Ferraris and move up to P4. And next up is the Bahrain Grand Prix race winner, Sebastian Vettel in real life. So let's get on, let's get cracking. Let's try and get past Seb Vettel, who's in a bit of bother right now with traffic, so that's going to help us a little bit.
Rosberg's in first place.
Bottas still leads, even though it just said Jeff just mentioned that. And it's Grosjean who held up Sebastian Vettel, so that's helped us. I don't know if Grosjean's got issues. Well, I think he has because he just ran wide. And we've just got through just about. And hope he holds up. No, he hasn't. I thought he was going to hold up Raikkonen for us, but he hasn't. A little bit wide, nearly clipping the curb. That would have unsettled the car, like we had that spin earlier on in the race. But not too bad at the minute. I've got to say, Bottas still leads this then, which is kind of obvious. But we are catching up to Vettel now. Doing pretty well, I have to say. A little bit of a recovery from our spin. Go through turn 2, so it's not too bad. So I think we've got another lap car ahead of us, so this could help us get past or close that gap to Sebastian Vettel to McLaren, which is pretty typical as we've run very wide. Getting a little bit of dirty air from Seb Vettel's Ferrari, and I think he's got the same problem as well with that McLaren. Just trying to really get up to that Ferrari. So that's my goal now, is to get a podium. It's the only thing I want now, a podium finish for Max Verstappen. From the spin we had, may as well. As Vettel does get past Fernando Alonso, who obviously, if you guys do not know, is racing IndyCar in a month's time, I think it is, or somewhere around there. So we'll get past him, thankfully, not losing too much time.
The engine is going to be down slightly. It's showing some minor wear.
So we've lost a little bit of engine power now, which is definitely not what I wanted. So in the same boat as Palmer now.
Our gap to the
But we do get a new fastest lap for us, 37.2. Not too bad. little bit wide again, but we're going on to 8 laps to go then. And a little bit of bother for the leaders, I think. I think Hamilton's got some lap cars ahead of him, which is not going to help him. But Bottas is putting away with this, so could this be what happens in real life? So we just took that a little bit too early for the corner there. About to crack 200 viewers as well, which is ridiculous for a mod career mode. So thank you very much to all of them, to you guys for watching this. Appreciate it. Go into the final sector again. Oh, just getting away with that. Trying to avoid the curves there because that's where we lost it. And Vettel is being held up by a Sauber. I think it's Pascal Wehrlein, I'm not too sure.
Has a small amount of damage to the front wing, but it doesn't seem to be affecting performance.
I think Vettel's got some damage. Is that Daniel Ricciardo next? Oh no, it's Magnussen. I thought it was Ricciardo for a split second then. Get into the slipstream. Trying to crawl back time here if we can. Oh my god, Ericsson, that was not the best place to let me through, I'm not going to lie. That was very close, Marcus. And now we've got K-Mag next, who retired unfortunately in real life in the Bahrain Grand Prix. Who runs a little bit wide. We'll just take that, thank you very much. Just kept 2 cars within, 2 wheels within the track limits there. See how we get on then. Gap is still around the 2-second mark to Seb, but I think me and Seb are catching Lewis Hamilton at the minute. I'm not 100% sure. Just so good in this last sector. We've been pretty consistent in gaining time in this middle sector, but the AI are just too good in the first sector, the middle sector, sorry. Still in the 137s, gap's 1.5. Then we've got Lance Stroll, who's 22 seconds behind. So we have broken away from most of the field, which is pretty obvious in real life, of course.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
So Jeff just informed me about the laps there. We've got 6 laps of 6 laps to go in the Grand Prix. The question is, can we get on the podium? That's the big question right now. Can we get Max Verstappen on a podium? Oh, that was way too early. Way too early for the corner. We're running Rich just for a little bit. In this middle sector, just to help us try and close the gap down to Seb Vettel, but we've run a little bit wide. Early again into that corner. Unsettles the car. But we've got to hope now Vettel has issues, really, because he's putting away things again. 2.1. Giving it everything we've got as Grosjean is out the race now for Haas. The drop in that flies now, very slowly. So the French baguette's gone. As Vettel, funny enough, gets the... actually, we get the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, actually. So, not too shabby. But we are now under fuel, as I've just made a mistake there. So we're now the fastest now on the track, which is what we want. It's a little bit of a twitch there. And again, a little bit of a twitch.
Rosberg's out in front.
Yes, Jeff, we know.
Ahead is 1.8 seconds.
So 1.8 seconds behind Seb Vettel. Someone's took out the 100-meter board, which is my reference point for this track. In this middle sector, so it doesn't really help me. Cheeky short shift, and again just trying every trick in the book really to try and close that gap, but the fuel's the problem for me right now. So maybe running and leading this last sector where we gain time on these guys can help us. Just trying everything now. Save a little bit of fuel in this last sector where we gain a chunk of time on the pack, and then running standard for the rest of the lap is our only way we can close it down. But
there's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
We do need to start thinking about saving fuel. We've got 4 laps to go. We're only just above fuel, so that's the only thing I can think about right now. But if we close the gap to Vettel, then wait and see. Uh, 2.3 then. I think we're not going to be worried about the cars behind, like Stroll, because he's a pit stop now behind. So I think we can safely say we're guaranteed 4th place in this Grand Prix. Oh, there's a bit of a glitch. That was a weird glitch there. I don't know if anyone just saw that with the wall there. Very weird glitch, I've got to say. As Bottas again, fastest man on the track. He's now into the .6s.
He's just put in the best lap of the race.
Oh, and we just made a little bit of a mistake there. We have to come back on the track safely. We have done, and we now make it 3 laps to go then. But we make our first little bit of mistake there. Just trying everything now, but I think the Ferraris and the Mercedes are just too good. Oh, and again, a bit of a weird one there. I just think that the Red Bulls, the Ferraris and the Mercedes are just too good in race pace for us to fight against, but it's a good learning curve for us to take away. Obviously these this is mainly power related circuits, so we weren't going to expect to be up there fighting for the win, even though we did get a good 1 lap time on the board. I have to say in qualifying we were very quick, but even then we were only half a tenth ahead of Lewis Hamilton. And we were very slow in the middle sector on power perspective, so we'll have to wait and see. But I think for now we'll just have to just ride it out for 2 laps. Even Vettel's catching up to Hamilton now. I can see it on the minimap that Vettel was catching up to Hamilton, and we just do not have the power to really fight for a podium finish, which is a bit of a disappointment, but it's been good though, as Bottas again, fastest man on the track. He is on the charge right now. Is Valtteri, as Hamilton now gets the fastest lap of the race. So the Mercedes exchanging fastest laps. So let's just ride it out for 2 laps. So make sure, if you haven't already guys, to slap a like on this video. If you haven't already, then please do. Let's get a like spike going. And if you haven't already guys, make sure to subscribe, so your name will pop up on the screen, and then I can give you a shout out if I spot it when I'm looking over, when I'm not through a corner, of course. So
the gap to the car ahead is 5.3 seconds.
just have to chill it out right now, as Vettel's got some issues. He's got a lapped car, which isn't going to help him try and fight off, try and get up to Lewis Hamilton. So I think Vettel may have to concede here, P3 in this Grand Prix, and not fight with Lewis. We've got one more sector to go. So all we can do now is just ride it out now to the end. Well, we've got a nice gap behind at 24 seconds, so we may as well just cruise it now to the bitter end. But the spin, I think, wouldn't have made any difference, really. You saw Bottas was right on our gearbox as Hamilton gets another fastest lap just before the 35. So, and Palmer's back up to speed, so let's get some hype in the chat for Palmer. But on to the final lap then of the Grand Prix. To try and take it nice and smooth as we are on this one. Sven, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the channel, to our community. Also, guys, I'll be on Discord right after this stream, so if you haven't already signed up to the Discord, then the mods will post it in the description, right? Not in the description. We'll post it in the chat right now. I'll be on, and it's great for you guys to get involved with our community. And you can post feedback, you can post ideas for videos, you can talk about F1, you can talk to me as well. I'm always on the Discord when I can. So if you haven't already, guys, the mods will post it in the chat. And if you've got any queries, just ask one of them if you are unsure of how to set up your account. And it's completely free as well, guys, to join the Discord. No sign-up fees or whatever like that. You just put your email address in, and you're ready to go to join the Discord server. As Bottas will take victory once again. I think it's his third win of the season. I think in this mod career mode. Hamilton will come home in second. Sebastian Vettel will come home in P3, and we will come home in P4 in this Grand Prix. Pretty respectable result for us, I've got to say. I will take it on the chin, and we'll take it very nicely there. As Rhinus, thank you for subscribing as well. Thank you very much for joining us. And Yorit as well, thank you for subscribing. As there is Total Wolf, very happy with that. Hopefully the Bottas helmet is now in the game. It is indeed. Thank you very much, we've got it working. Hallelujah, lads. Let's get some hype in the chat for that one. Miguel, thank you for subscribing as well. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you for joining our community. And I will say the faces for Rosberg will not be done yet, so we are going to skip the podium, unfortunately. But there's Raikkonen in P6 there. He does not look happy. Insert some boss in the chat right there. But Bottas will win this Grand Prix by 5 seconds from his teammate Lewis Hamilton. Gemma, thank you for subscribing. Thank you very much. Do appreciate it there. As Seb Vettel comes home in P3, who is dancing right on the screen there as well. Max Verstappen in P4. 20 seconds off the win there, unfortunately. Milan, thank you for subscribing as well. Lance Stroll, he actually finished a Grand Prix in Virtual World in P5 with Raikkonen P6, Massa P7, Hulkenberg P8, Carlos Sainz in 9th, and Ricciardo in 10th. Yona, thank you for subscribing as well. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you very much on there. So Danny Rick dropped from 6th to 10th. That's not what I wanted to see. On there. Perez in 11th and Kvyat 12th. Tim, thank you for subscribing as well. Lots of subscribers today, which is ridiculous, so thank you very much. The rest of the field, guys, is on your screen right there, so if you haven't seen anyone that I've said, then it is on your screen right there. So Van Dorn in 14th, not too bad. Free Record Gaming, thank you for subscribing as well. Lots of subscribers going on right now, ridiculous. Thank you very much, guys, for the support on this video and for subscribing as well. I do really appreciate it a lot, so thank you very much on there. So the Manners obviously get auto DQ'd in this career mode with the mod. So massive shout out to Carlito, who is the creator of the DQ of the Manners, the performance of this mod, which you see me breaking for 136s. in this one, and the rest of the guys on race department who have made the liveries as well. Absolutely ridiculous on there. But that will wrap things up then for this career mode, guys, on F1 2017 mod career mode. I've just done that completely wrong. The 2017 season on F1 2016 makes proper sense on there. Tomorrow, guys, will be a brand new video on the channel, so keep your eyes out for that. It is going to be the Nations Cup feature race at Australia, and I can say this, guys, it is a classic race, and it went down to the last lap, so make sure to check that video out tomorrow, guys. It is a cracker, I have to say. But until next time, guys, I will see you very soon for a brand new video, and on Saturday as well will be the return of the 2017 100% races. Keep your eyes out, guys, for that one. It is going to be good. It's at Australia as Daniel Ricciardo or Seb Vettel. I haven't decided yet who it should be, but keep your eyes out for that. But until next time, guys, have a great day. Have a great Easter Monday, wherever you are around the world. And all to Max Verstappen fans, I got you some points. I hope to give you a victory next time, guys. Until then, have a great afternoon, guys. And I shall see you very soon for a brand new video. Until then, it's goodbye from me. Adios.